Did you know Bruce Lee could punch so fast that cameras couldn't even catch it? Or that Jackie Chan once jumped off a building, broke his ankle, and still finished the scene? Who do you think pushed their body further to become a legend? Welcome to English Starline, where we're settling an epic battle. Bruce Lee versus Jackie Chan. Who's the real Kung Fu King? Today we're diving into their incredible stories to find out, and you'll learn English while we're at it. Both of these icons brought Kung Fu to Hollywood, but their styles couldn't be more different. Bruce fought to earn respect with every punch, while Jackie mixed danger with laughter to steal our hearts. So, who's the ultimate legend? Grab a seat because this showdown is going to blow your mind. By the end, you'll choose a side and pick up awesome English words like legend and icon. Ready? Let's get started. Part 1, the highlight reel. What makes a legend? Is it raw power, crazy stunts, or something deeper? Let's kick things off with the wildest moments of Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, because trust me, these guys didn't just walk into fame. They built it with sweat, courage, and some jaw-dropping action. We're diving into their highlight reel to see what makes them icons. Can you imagine writing deep philosophy essays while filming fight scenes? Or doing your own death-defying stunts with no safety net? Let's find out who changed the game and how they became unstoppable. First up, Bruce Lee. This guy wasn't just a fighter, he was a force of nature. Did you know he could strike so fast that movie cameras had to slow down to capture his moves? That's right, his fists were like lightning. Bruce didn't just star in films like Enter the Dragon. He changed the way the world saw martial arts. He created his own fighting style called Jeet Kune Do. That's a big deal because it mixed different techniques to make something totally new. The word martial arts means fighting skills, and Bruce made them a global sensation. Between takes on set, he was scribbling philosophy essays about life, strength, and focus. Imagine that. 1 minute he's knocking out bad guys, the next he's writing about the meaning of existence. His famous quote, "Be water, my friend," is all about adapting to any challenge, like water flowing around a rock. Isn't that incredible? Bruce wasn't just throwing punches. He was teaching the world to think differently. Would you have the discipline to fight and philosophize at the same time? His life shows us what it means to push the limits, and that's why he's still an icon today. Now let's talk about Jackie Chan. If Bruce was a storm, Jackie was a whirlwind of energy and laughs. Did you know Jackie trained in Chinese opera as a kid? That's not just singing, it's acrobatics, tumbling, and performing wild stunts. The word acrobatics means moving your body in super skillful ways, like flipping through the air. That training made Jackie a master of action comedy. He didn't just fight, he made every scene hilarious and heart-pounding. Picture this. Jackie once slid down a skyscraper with no harness just for a movie scene. Who does that? He broke bones, got burned, and still kept filming. One of his biggest achievements? Becoming the first Asian actor to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's huge. Jackie's quote, "Don't try to be like me. Be better," tells us to chase our own dreams, not copy someone else's. Isn't that inspiring? Would you risk everything for a single stunt like Jackie did? His courage and humor changed the game for action movies, and he's still a global superstar because of it. So, what's the difference between these two? Bruce's fights were intense, like a lion pouncing. He wanted to show the world that Kung Fu was powerful and that Asian actors deserved respect. Jackie, on the other hand, was like a circus performer, flipping, falling, and making us laugh while dodging danger. He turned pain into entertainment. Both were underdogs who became icons, but their styles were worlds apart. Bruce was all about philosophy and precision, while Jackie leaned into acrobatics and fun. The word icon means someone unforgettable, someone who shapes the world. Can you think of anyone else who's done that like these two? Their stories prove that legends aren't born. They're made through hard work and heart. Let's zoom in on some English words to make sure you're learning while we go. Philosophy is the study of big ideas, like how to live a good life. Bruce loved this, and it shaped his fighting style. Martial arts are fighting techniques like kung fu or karate. Stunt means a dangerous move in a movie like jumping off a roof, Jackie's specialty. Legacy is what you leave behind, like the impact Bruce and Jackie have on movies today. And icon? That's someone so famous they're a symbol, like these two legends. Try using these words yourself. Could you describe a movie star as an icon? Or maybe talk about your own legacy? These words help you sound confident in English. We've seen their craziest moments, but how did Bruce and Jackie start? Were they always this fearless, or did they have to fight their way up? Their highlight reels show us the glory, but their beginnings tell us the real story. Bruce faced rejection and racism, while Jackie was a stuntman who bled for every chance. Both pushed the limits in their own way, and that's what makes them legends. So, who's winning this battle for you so far? Is it Bruce's fierce focus or Jackie's fearless fun? We're just getting started, and trust me, their stories get even wilder from here. Get ready, because we're about to rewind and uncover how these underdogs became unstoppable icons. Part 2. Bruce Lee's background. Can you imagine being told you're not good enough for Hollywood, only to become a global legend? That's exactly what Bruce Lee did, and his story is about to blow your mind. We're diving into Bruce Lee's background to see how this underdog became a kung fu god. Did you know he faced rejection and racism but turned it into fuel for his success? Or that he invented a fighting style that changed martial arts forever? How would you keep going if the world tried to hold you back? Let's rewind and find out how Bruce became unstoppable. Bruce Lee was born in San Francisco in 1940, but he grew up in Hong Kong. Even as a kid, he was full of energy, acting in movies when he was just a child. But life wasn't easy. When he moved back to the United States as a teenager, he faced racism. The word immigrant means someone who moves to a new country, and Bruce was an immigrant who felt like an outsider. People judged him because of how he looked or where he came from. Can you imagine how tough that must have been? Instead of giving up, Bruce used discipline to rise above it. Discipline means controlling yourself to achieve your goals, like studying hard or training every day. Bruce was a master at this. He worked out constantly, practiced his martial arts, and studied philosophy to understand life better. He didn't just want to be strong, he wanted to be wise. Would you have the strength to push through obstacles like that? Back in Hong Kong, Bruce started making movies, but Hollywood didn't take him seriously at first. They saw him as just another Asian actor. That rejection could have crushed him, but Bruce had a fire inside. He decided to create his own path. He invented a fighting style called Jeet Kune Do, which was a total breakthrough. The word breakthrough means a big discovery or success, and Jeet Kune Do was exactly that. It mixed different martial arts like kung fu and boxing to make something fast, flexible, and deadly. Bruce called it the art of fighting without fighting. How cool is that? He wasn't just following the rules, he was rewriting them. His philosophy shaped everything he did. Philosophy means thinking deeply about life, and Bruce's ideas like Be water, my friend. We're about adapting to any challenge. Water can be soft or strong, calm or crashing, and Bruce wanted to live like that. Can you think of a time when you had to adapt like water to solve a problem? Bruce's hard work paid off. His movie Enter the Dragon became a massive hit in 1973, showing the world that Kung Fu was powerful and that Asian actors could be superstars. He fought against all odds, a phrase that means succeeding despite huge challenges. Bruce wasn't just a fighter, he was a legend who mastered his craft. The word legend means someone so great they're remembered forever, and Bruce earned that title. He showed Hollywood that talent has no borders. But it wasn't just about fame. Bruce wanted to inspire people to find their own strength. His life was proof that you can achieve anything if you believe in yourself and never stop learning. Would you fight for your dreams like Bruce did, even if the world said no? Let's practice some English to make sure you're learning. The word immigrant describes someone like Bruce, who moved to a new country. Try using it. My friend is an immigrant who works hard. Discipline is about focus, like training every day. You could say, I need discipline to study English. Breakthrough is a big success, like learning new words was my breakthrough. Philosophy is about big ideas like, my philosophy is to stay positive. And legend, that's Bruce, a hero who's timeless. These words help you tell powerful stories in English. Can you think of a legend in your own life? Maybe someone who inspired you? Bruce's story isn't just about fighting, it's about heart. He faced rejection, racism, and doubt, but he turned every no into a chance to grow. He mastered his craft, blending martial arts with philosophy to create something new. That's what makes him a legend. But what about Jackie Chan? Was his path just as tough, or did he have an easier road to fame? Spoiler alert, Jackie's story is full of struggle, stunts, and surprises. So who's winning this kung fu battle for you right now? Is it Bruce, with his fierce determination and groundbreaking style? Hold tight, because Jackie's background is next, and it's going to shake things up. Part 3. Jackie Chan's background. What does it take to go from a nobody to a global superstar? Jackie Chan's story will show you it's not just talent. It's grit, guts, and a whole lot of heart. We're diving into Jackie's background to uncover how a stuntman who bled for every chance became the king of action comedy. Did you know his parents were refugees who could barely afford to feed him? Or that he trained so hard as a kid he barely slept? Would you risk everything, even your body, to chase a dream? Let's rewind and see how Jackie turned pain into fame. Jackie Chan was born in Hong Kong in 1954, and his early life was tough. His parents were refugees, a word that means people who flee their home for safety. They escaped to Hong Kong during a dangerous time in China, working as a cook and a maid to survive. Money was tight, and Jackie's family struggled. Can you imagine growing up knowing your parents had to start over with nothing? Despite the hardship, Jackie's energy was unstoppable. At age 7, his parents sent him to the Peking Opera School, a place that trained kids in singing, acting, and acrobatics. The word acrobatics means doing incredible physical moves like flipping or balancing. This wasn't a fun summer camp, it was intense. Jackie trained for hours every day, learning martial arts, tumbling, and even how to take a fall. The teachers were strict, and life was hard, but Jackie learned persistence. Persistence means never giving up, even when things get tough. Would you keep going if you were exhausted but had a dream to chase? That training shaped Jackie into a one-of-a-kind performer. At the Peking Opera School, he also learned slapstick, a type of comedy where you use your body to make people laugh, like slipping on a banana peel. The word slapstick is perfect for Jackie's style. Think wild falls and funny fights. After years of training, Jackie started working in movies, but not as a star. He was a stuntman, doing dangerous moves for other actors. Imagine jumping off buildings or crashing through glass, knowing you might get hurt. Jackie did that over and over, breaking bones and bruising his body. But he didn't complain. He saw every stunt as a chance to shine. Can you think of a time when you turned a small opportunity into something big? Jackie's motto was like the phrase, "Fall down 7 times, get up 8." No matter how many times he got knocked down, he stood up stronger. Jackie's big break came in the 1970s when he started starring in his own movies. He didn't want to copy Bruce Lee's serious style, so he mixed martial arts with comedy and crazy stunts. This was a game changer. His films like Drunken Master and later Rush Hour became blockbusters. The word blockbuster means a super popular movie that makes tons of money. Jackie became the first Asian actor to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, proving he was a global icon. He was an innovator, a word that means someone who creates something new. Jackie invented a new kind of action movie, one that made you laugh, gasp, and cheer all at once. The phrase "risk it all" fits him perfectly because every stunt was a gamble with his life. Would you take those kinds of risks to make your mark? Jackie's story shows us that persistence and creativity can take you anywhere. He wasn't born a star. He earned it through years of hard work and a willingness to fail. His Peking opera training gave him the skills, but his heart gave him the courage. He turned every fall into a chance to entertain, and that's why he's loved worldwide. Let's practice some English to keep learning. Acrobatics is about physical skill, like, "I saw acrobatics at a circus." Persistence is about effort, like, "Persistence helped me learn English." Slapstick is funny physical comedy. Try saying, "I love slapstick in old movies." Blockbuster is a hit like, "That new movie is a blockbuster." And innovator? That's Jackie, someone who changes the game. Can you think of an innovator in your life? Maybe someone who tried something new? Jackie's journey from a refugee's son to a Hollywood legend is proof that you can overcome anything with persistence. He risked it all, blending acrobatics, slapstick, and heart to create a new kind of movie star. But how does he stack up against Bruce Lee? Was Jackie's fun, fearless style better than Bruce's fierce philosophy? We're about to compare their fighting styles next, and trust me, it's going to get intense. So, who's your favorite so far? Jackie's wild stunts or Bruce's unstoppable spirit? Get ready, because this battle is heating up. Part 4. Fighting Style. What makes a fight unforgettable? Is it raw power that stops your heart, or clever moves that make you laugh? We're diving into the fighting styles of Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan to see who owns the Kung Fu crown. Did you know Bruce's kicks were so precise they could split a bamboo stick? Or that Jackie once fought off bad guys while sliding down a pole covered in lights, dodging sparks? How would you fight if you had to choose, fierce like a tiger or funny like a fox? Let's break down their styles and find out who wins this round. Bruce Lee's fighting style was like a storm, fast, focused, and deadly. His secret weapon? Precision. The word precision means doing something exactly right, like hitting a target perfectly every time. Bruce trained his body to move with incredible speed and control. In movies like The Way of the Dragon, his punches and kicks were so sharp they looked like a dance, but one that could knock you out. He created Jeet Kune Do, his own martial arts style, which was all about being efficient. No wasted moves, just pure power. Bruce's philosophy shaped his fights. He believed in adapting to any situation, like water changing shape. That's why he could take on multiple enemies and make it look easy. Can you imagine training so hard that every move you make is perfect? Bruce's intensity, a word that means strong focus and energy, made his fights feel real and dangerous. His style wasn't just about winning, it was about showing the world what Kung Fu could be. Would you want to fight with that kind of fierce control? Now let's switch to Jackie Chan. If Bruce was a storm, Jackie was a circus, wild, creative, and hilarious. His fighting style was all about choreography. The word choreography means planning movements like a dance, and Jackie's fights were like action ballets. In movies like Police Story, he'd flip over tables, swing from ladders, or use random objects like umbrellas as weapons. Every scene was packed with comedy and danger. Did you know Jackie did all his own stunts? He'd fall through glass or jump off buildings, making it look effortless, even when he was hurt. His agility, a word that means moving quickly and easily, let him dodge attacks while making us laugh. Jackie's fights had rhythm, another key word like a song you can't stop humming. He'd turn a punch into a joke, then flip away before the bad guy could blink. Can you think of a time when you turned a tough moment into something fun? Jackie's style was about turning pain into art, and that's what made his fights so unique. Would you dare to fight with his kind of fearless flair? So, how do these styles compare? Bruce's fights were short and explosive, like a firecracker. He used precision and intensity to end battles fast, showing Kung Fu as a serious art. His philosophy made every move meaningful, like he was teaching a lesson with each kick. Jackie, on the other hand, stretched fights into long, thrilling sequences. His choreography mixed slapstick comedy with jaw-dropping stunts, keeping you glued to the screen. While Bruce aimed to impress with power, Jackie wanted to entertain with creativity. The phrase, "style is strategy," fits them both, but in different ways. Bruce's strategy was to dominate with skill, while Jackie's was to surprise with humor and heart. Which style would you choose in a real fight? Bruce's deadly focus or Jackie's playful chaos? Both changed how we see action movies, but they did it in opposite ways. Let's practice some English to keep learning. Precision is about accuracy, like, I need precision to draw a straight line. Choreography is planned movement, like, the dance had amazing choreography. Intensity is strong energy, like, her speech had so much intensity. Agility is quick movement, like, cats have great agility. And rhythm is a flow, like, this song has a good rhythm. Try using these words. Can you describe a sport or dance with agility or rhythm? These words help you talk about action and movement in English. This comparison shows why Bruce and Jackie are legends. Bruce's precision and intensity made Kung Fu respected worldwide, while Jackie's choreography and agility made it fun for everyone. Their styles reflect their personalities. Bruce's deep philosophy versus Jackie's joyful risk-taking. But which one had a bigger impact? Did Bruce's serious style change Hollywood more, or did Jackie's humor rewrite the rules? We're about to find out in the next round. So, who's winning for you right now? Bruce's fierce strikes or Jackie's funny flips? Hold on, because this battle is far from over. Part 5. Impact on cinema. Can a single person change how the world watches movies? Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan did just that, but in totally different ways. We're diving into their impact on cinema to see who left a bigger mark on Hollywood. Did you know Bruce Lee smashed stereotypes so Asian actors could shine? Or that Jackie Chan made action movies hilarious without saying a word? If you could rewrite the rules of movies, would you make them powerful or fun? Let's explore how these legends shaped the silver screen. Bruce Lee hit Hollywood like a thunderbolt. Before him, Kung Fu was barely known in the West, and Asian actors were often stuck in small, stereotypical roles. Bruce said, "No way," and broke those barriers. The word representation means showing people from different backgrounds fairly, and Bruce fought for that. In movies like Enter the Dragon, he wasn't just a fighter, he was a hero, strong and smart. His 1973 film was a global hit, proving that an Asian star could lead a blockbuster. Can you imagine how it felt for audiences to see someone like Bruce dominate the screen? He made Kung Fu cool, sparking a martial arts craze worldwide. Gyms started teaching Kung Fu, and kids everywhere practiced his moves. Bruce was a pioneer, a word that means someone who leads the way in something new. His influence, another key word, changed how movies showed action and culture. The phrase "rewrite the rules" fits him perfectly. Bruce didn't just play by Hollywood's rules, he created his own. Would you have the courage to challenge an industry like that? Now let's talk about Jackie Chan. If Bruce was a pioneer, Jackie was a magician, blending action with laughter in a way no one had seen before. Before Jackie, action movies were mostly serious. Think tough guys with guns. Jackie changed that with his unique mix of martial arts, comedy, and stunts. The word genre means a type of movie, like action or comedy, and Jackie created a new genre, action comedy. In films like Rush Hour and Police Story, he fought bad guys while slipping on ladders or crashing through windows, making audiences laugh and gasp at the same time. Did you know Jackie's stunts were so wild that insurance companies refused to cover him? He kept going anyway, proving his dedication. His influence spread globally, making him a pioneer in his own right. Can you think of another actor who makes you laugh and cheer in the same scene? Jackie's movies showed that action could be fun and that humor is universal, a phrase that means everyone understands it, no matter where they're from. Would you rather watch a serious fight or one that makes you smile? So, how do their impacts compare? Bruce's legacy was about respect. He broke stereotypes, showing that Asian actors could be leading stars, not just sidekicks. His films made Kung Fu a global phenomenon, and his influence still shapes action movies today. Think of every martial arts film since the 1970s. Bruce laid the groundwork. Jackie, on the other hand, made action accessible and joyful. His genre-blending style inspired movies like The Expendables or even animated films like Kung Fu Panda. While Bruce aimed to elevate Kung Fu's status, Jackie wanted to entertain everyone, from kids to grandparents. The word legacy means what someone leaves behind, and both left huge ones. Bruce's legacy is about pride and power, while Jackie's is about creativity and connection. Which matters more to you, changing how people think or making them happy? Both rewrote the rules, but in opposite ways. Let's practice some English to keep learning. Representation is about fairness, like, good representation shows all kinds of people in movies. Pioneer is a trailblazer, like, she's a pioneer in science. Genre is a category like, I love the comedy genre. Influence is impact, like, my teacher's influence helped me study. And legacy is what lasts, like, his legacy is inspiring others. Try using these words. Can you name a movie with great representation or a pioneer in your favorite hobby? These words help you talk about big ideas in English. Bruce and Jackie both changed cinema forever. Bruce broke down walls, making space for diverse heroes and bringing kung fu to the world. Jackie built bridges, using humor to connect people across cultures. Their influence lives on in every action movie we watch today. But who's the real legend? Is it Bruce, whose power rewrote Hollywood's rules? Or Jackie, whose joy made action universal? We're about to dive into their legacies next, and trust me, it's going to get epic. So, who's leading for you right now? Bruce's trailblazing strength or Jackie's groundbreaking fun? Get ready, because this battle is reaching its peak. Part 6, Legacy. What makes someone immortal? Is it their strength, their kindness, or the way they inspire the world long after they're gone? We're diving into the legacies of Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan to see who truly lives forever as the Kung Fu legend. Did you know Bruce Lee became a global icon despite dying at just 32? Or that Jackie Chan has built schools and hospitals with his fame? If you could leave a mark on the world, would it be through power or generosity? Let's explore their legacies and decide who's immortal. Bruce Lee's legacy is like a flame that never fades. When he died in 1973 at the young age of 32, the world was shocked, but his impact only grew stronger. Bruce became a symbol of strength and determination. The word iconic means being so famous you're a symbol, and Bruce is exactly that. His movies, like Enter the Dragon, are still watched by millions. And his philosophy, especially "Be water, my friend," inspires people to adapt and overcome challenges. Can you imagine being so influential that your words guide people decades later? Bruce's creation, Jeet Kune Do, is still taught in martial arts schools worldwide, keeping his fighting style alive. His cultural impact, a phrase that means changing how people think and act, broke stereotypes about Asian men in Hollywood. Before Bruce, they were rarely seen as heroes. After him, they could be stars. He's a timeless figure, a word that means lasting forever. Fans from every corner of the world still quote him, mimic his moves, and study his ideas. Would you want to inspire people like that, even after you're gone? Bruce's legacy is about showing that one person can change the world with focus and heart. Now let's turn to Jackie Chan. While Bruce's legacy burns bright, Jackie's is like a warm light that touches lives directly. At 71 in 2025, Jackie is still active, not just in movies but in making the world better. His philanthropy, a word that means giving money or time to help others, is incredible. Did you know Jackie has funded schools, hospitals, and disaster relief around the world? He's used his fame to give back, living the phrase, "give back to rise." Through his Jackie Chan Charitable Foundation, he's helped thousands of people, from kids needing education to families rebuilding after earthquakes. Can you think of another star who does so much for others? Jackie's movies, like Rush Hour and The Karate Kid, keep entertaining new generations, and his action comedy style remains a global hit. His inspiration, another key word, comes from showing that hard work and humor can take you from nothing to everything. Jackie's cultural impact is huge. He made action movies fun and accessible, connecting people across languages and cultures. He's timeless, too, because his joy and generosity never get old. Would you rather leave a legacy of helping others or inspiring them through art? So, how do their legacies stack up? Bruce's legacy is intense and philosophical. He's a symbol of breaking barriers, proving that anyone can be a hero no matter where they're from. His iconic status comes from his films, his martial arts, and his ideas, which still shape how we think about strength and identity. Jackie's legacy, on the other hand, is warm and practical. He's not just an entertainer, but a humanitarian who uses his success to lift others up. While Bruce inspires through his image, Jackie connects through his actions. The word inspiration fits both, but differently. Bruce inspires us to be bold, Jackie to be kind. The phrase, "legends never die," applies to both. But Bruce's legend lives in our minds, while Jackie's thrives in the world he's changing. Which legacy means more to you? One that pushes you to dream big, or one that encourages you to help others? Let's practice some English to keep learning. Iconic describes something unforgettable, like, her song is iconic. Philanthropy is giving back, like, his philanthropy built a school. Inspiration is sparking ideas, like, my coach is my inspiration. Cultural impact changes society, like, this book had a big cultural impact. And timeless means lasting forever, like, classic movies are timeless. Try these words. Can you name an iconic person or something with cultural impact in your life? These words help you talk about greatness in English. Bruce and Jackie both built legacies that make them immortal. Bruce's strength and philosophy inspire us to break limits, while Jackie's generosity and humor remind us to share our success. Their cultural impact is undeniable. Bruce made Kung Fu a global force, and Jackie made it a universal joy. But who's the real legend? Is it Bruce, whose timeless ideas still spark change? Or Jackie, whose living legacy touches lives every day? We're about to wrap this up with some English lessons from these icons, so stay tuned. Who's your pick right now, Bruce's fiery spirit or Jackie's giving heart? This battle is almost over. Part 7. English Learning Focus. Want to speak English like a legend? Let's steal some language secrets from Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. We're diving into their words to boost your English skills with metaphors, idioms, and more. Did you know Bruce's famous quote, "Be water," is a powerful way to describe life? Or that Jackie's advice can help you sound like a native speaker? How would you explain your dreams in English using their wisdom? Let's break it down and make your English shine. First, let's tackle Bruce Lee's iconic quote, "Be water, my friend." This isn't just about fighting, it's a metaphor. The word metaphor means describing something by comparing it to something else, like saying life is a journey. Bruce meant you should adapt to challenges, just like water flows around rocks or fills any shape. Imagine you're stuck on a hard English word. Being water means trying a new way to learn it, like using a song or a game. Can you think of a time you had to adapt like water? Try this. Say, "I'll be water and find a new solution." The word context is key here. It means the situation where words are used. Bruce used this metaphor in his philosophy, so it's deep but simple. Practice pronouncing it. Be water, my friend. Feel the flow. This phrase can make your English sound thoughtful and cool. Now let's learn from Jackie Chan. He's famous for saying, "Practice makes perfect." This is an idiom, a word that means a phrase with a special meaning. It doesn't literally mean you'll be perfect, but that practicing a lot makes you better. Want to nail English pronunciation? Keep practicing, like Jackie did with his stunts. Try saying, "I'll practice my English to make it perfect." Can you think of something you improved by practicing? The word expression fits here. An idiom is a type of expression, a way to say something uniquely. Jackie's advice is easy to use in daily life, like telling a friend, "Don't give up, practice makes perfect." Let's pronounce it, practice makes perfect. Say it with confidence like Jackie jumping off a building. Let's get interactive. Here's a question for you. What's a metaphor you could use to describe your life? Maybe life is a river, flowing and changing. Share your idea in the comments. Next, try using Jackie's idiom. Tell us something you want to practice, like, I'll practice speaking English every day. The word pronunciation means saying words correctly, so keep working on it. These lessons from Bruce and Jackie help you break down the language, a phrase that means understanding something step by step. Their words aren't just quotes. They're tools to make your English stronger. So what did we learn? Bruce's Be Water teaches us metaphors and adaptability, while Jackie's Practice Makes Perfect shows us idioms and persistence. Use these in conversations to sound natural and inspiring. Want to keep learning? Try this. Describe a challenge using Be Water or motivate a friend with Practice Makes Perfect. These expressions make your English pop. Who inspires you more? Bruce's deep wisdom or Jackie's practical advice? We're wrapping up soon, so get ready to pick your Kung Fu legend. Let's move to the conclusion next. Who's the ultimate Kung Fu legend? We've battled it out, and now it's time to wrap up this epic showdown. Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan both changed the world, but in such different ways. Did you know their stories can inspire your own journey, whether in English or life? If you could follow one legend's path, would it be Bruce's or Jackie's? Let's sum it up and decide who rules. Bruce Lee was a force of philosophy and power. He broke Hollywood's barriers, made Kung Fu a global sensation, and left a timeless legacy with quotes like, "Be water, my friend." His life was about discipline, precision, and fighting for respect. Jackie Chan, on the other hand, brought joy and generosity. He mixed action with comedy, created a new genre, and built schools through philanthropy. While Bruce inspired us to be strong, Jackie showed us how to laugh and give back. Both are icons, but their paths spark different fires. Bruce is the flame of determination, Jackie the light of connection. Which one speaks to you more? Their stories prove that legends are made, not born, and you can be one too. Now it's your turn to join the battle. Drop a comment below and tell us, who's your Kung Fu legend, Bruce or Jackie? If you could learn one move from either, what would it be? Maybe Bruce's lightning-fast kick or Jackie's ladder-flipping stunt? Here's another question. Which quote inspires you more? Be water or don't try to be like me, be better? Share your thoughts because we love hearing from you. Want more epic stories like this to boost your English? Hit that subscribe button and join English Starline for more adventures. The phrase legends never die fits both Bruce and Jackie, and now you've got their words to make your English legendary too. Let's practice one last time. Try using inspiration from Bruce's deep ideas like, his story is my inspiration. Or use legacy for Jackie's impact like, her legacy helps others. These words make your English shine. This journey showed us that Bruce and Jackie aren't just stars, they're teachers. Bruce taught us to adapt and fight, Jackie to persist and smile. So, what's your takeaway? Will you be water like Bruce or practice like Jackie? Keep learning, keep growing, and maybe one day you'll leave your own legacy. Thanks for joining us in this wild ride. See you in the comments and stay legendary.
Thanks for watching English Starline. Subscribe now to keep learning English through the amazing stories of famous lives.